Hey guys, morning. Let me set up this room real quick and then we can get started. So let me just finish setting this up. It's 6:16. We have about 14 minutes to market open. So let me just get this all set up and ready to go before we get started. All set up right there. I'm gonna send out the Zoom link to you guys here in the premium. It's all set up there. All right, cool. Let's see, it's 6:17 right now. We got about 13 minutes to market open. I'm just gonna send this link out real quick and then we can get started. All right, looks like the link's pretty much all sent out. Let's see, we got 12 minutes. So we still got some time, so I can still take a look at things before we continue on. So it looks like US 30 is somewhat bullish right now. We still have 12 minutes, so we got 12 minutes to figure out, which direction we're going to be taking it. So I'm going to go ahead and post this link up to the other platforms real quick. Let me just send the email out to everyone here. And then we should be good to go. So that's done. I guess I could post on the social media real quick. I'm not going to bother with the Facebook. I don't really go on there anymore. So I'm going to leave that alone. I mean, the Instagram. All right, I might as well just post it. Actually, we have some time today. So let's see. Morning, Peter. Morning, Bailey. Morning, everybody. Let me just finish setting up this link real quick. Let's see, it's 6:19, so we have about 11 minutes left. So I still have some time. I'm not really in a crazy rush right now. US 30 is kind of it's kind of going sideways right now, so it's going to be risky to possibly take this opening entry. I did see the news. There's a lot of news this morning. So again, this week was pretty heavy news. There's a lot of news every single day. So we didn't really trade as much, but all of our trades did hit. I don't think we had any losses this whole week. I don't know if we did have a loss, if you guys could remind me, because I honestly don't remember having any losses. I called about 2 or 3 Forex trades. They all hit TP. And I think all of our US 30 trades hit TP as well. So, I mean, it's been a good week so far. I mean, in total, it's about to be, well, today's Friday, so today's the last day. So let me just send this link out real quick. But yeah, I don't remember suffering any losses this entire week. I had like some accidental ones, but actual losses, I don't think we had any this week. So we've been on a pretty good roll for the past month or so, right? I don't think we had I personally haven't had a real loss since April, like early April. And like the only losses I did have were accidents. So we'll see where that goes from there. And morning, Flynn. Morning, Patricia. Morning, Goldie. Morning, Fernando. Morning, Alan. Morning, Zach. Morning, everybody. All right, so the room is all, set and ready to go, I think. Let me just make sure everything's good. Good morning, Nick. yeah, we have 20 minutes left for the market to open. I'll show you guys real quick what I mean about the news. So, looking at the calendar over here, there was news literally every day. The Fed spoke every day, so it was kind of hard for us to trade during that time. A lot of you guys did continue to trade and made a lot of profit, but we just took like the opening candle and a couple of scalps, and we have no losses this week. Like I mentioned, I can't remember any losses we had this week. So if you guys know of any, you guys could remind me, but I don't necessarily remember any losses. I know all of our Forex trades hit TP this week. And I think all of our US 30 trades as well. I'm looking at this here. We have news coming up at 7. So in about, in about 40 minutes or so, there's going to be medium impact news for UOM, consumer sentiment. That's probably going to affect the market. So what will happen, we'll probably take the opening entry, see if we can catch some possible scalps after that. And then, once that's all done, we'll see if we'll take more trades from there. But today is Friday, so keep in mind today's going to be a risky day, guys. Morning Stanley. Today is going to be risky, obviously. So you guys want to make sure to either take a small lot size today, maybe not take a full lot size, or if you do go into profits, always make sure to close it out in profit when you have the opportunity, right? Today's not the day to be greedy. I mean, this whole week wasn't the week to be greedy. And if you guys were following directions, you guys should have done pretty well. So let me just check real quick if there's anything else for me to look at before we get started. I checked the news. There's news at 7. Let me check CNBC. CNBC looks, it's all bullish. So all the indices are bullish today. The Dow's up 0.40%, S&P's up 0.63%, Nasdaq's up 1.05%, and oil's up as well. So this is a US 30 pre-market. It's up 139 points. So it looks pretty bullish here on the 10-minute. It looks bullish on the 3-minute. It looks bullish on the 1-minute. So once we have that opening candle at 6:30 over here, if it closes a strong bullish candle without a big wick on top, we'll take that trade. If not, then we're going to wait for that confirmation before we decide to take it, right? We're not going to enter it right away because it's going to be too risky for us to just hop into it for no apparent reason, right? So just keep that in mind. Let's see, CSUK is already getting started. So CSUK said scoot up a little bit, but ready for the breakout. So CSUK locked in 1,678. Looks like some of you guys did lock in some pretty solid profit overnight. I save everyone's profits over here. CSUK locked in 1,600. Ghost locked in a couple of bucks. He said, me fulfilling my 3rd trading day on FTMO. John over here locked in 2,188, and myself, I locked in 1,060. I just took one scalp. So we'll see where this goes. We have about 7 minutes until market open right here, so we have some time before we get started, but we'll be ready for it. Hey, morning, Daryl. Morning, everybody. So yeah, let me just get this set up over here real quick. Trying to figure out if there's anything else that's causing the market to move a certain way. So yeah, we have a bullish bias right here. Obviously, we need this to close bullish. If it closes bullish, then yeah, it's going to be a possible entry for us here. So let's see, 624. Yeah, we still have some time right now, 624. So yeah, let me see real quick. Looks like the Dow 30 indexes, it's still moving up. It's still pretty bullish. So you guys can see right here. Just keep this in mind. This will be our benchmark. It's at like 40% right now. So in order for us to take it, it's got to be above 40, or not 40%, 0.40%. In order for us to determine whether it's still bullish after open, it's got to be above 0.40%, right? So the market is going to open in about 5 minutes. And by market, I mean the New York Stock Exchange, not the US market that already opened. You can see right here, everything is blacked out. It's preparing for open, right? Once it opens, we'll see where everything is. If stuff's more bullish, stuff's more bearish, that's going to be the difference between us having a bias for a buy or a sell. So we should be good. Hey, morning, Steven. Steven said I'm ready to scalp. Yeah, Steven, you got to be careful today. Today's Friday. So just keep that in mind and make sure that you take profit when you should. And if you guys send me a message on Telegram or you send me a message on through email. I haven't gone to any of the emails yet, guys. So just keep that in mind. I'm not ignoring any messages or anything like that. I'm just I'm on a live session right now, so I'm not looking at any of those messages at this time. So we got 4 minutes left. Hey, morning, George. Goldie said, I like how CC does small amounts but frequent wins. Sean is 0.40 a daily standard. I mean, depends on your account size, Goldie. Yeah, CC takes multiple trades with minimal risk. So he uses a 4.0. It's 4 lots. So it's yeah, it would be equivalent to yeah, oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was reading your question wrong. You said Sean is 0.40 daily standard. Yeah. So yeah, this would be equivalent to on a standard lot size account, it would be a 0.40. So FTMO does mini lots, so that's why you just add a 0 to it. This isn't really a 4 lot. This is really a 0.40 for these trades. All right, 6:27. We're waiting for the market to open here. So we got 3 minutes left. We'll be looking for that movement on open. So I'm gonna go ahead and just mark these up so we can follow them as well. 6:20, there we go. And I'll let you guys know if I continue to trade today, right? You know, obviously I'll follow for any possible entries, but we do have news at 7. So I want to get into this this breakout entry before that, because obviously when the news happens, it's going to affect the market one way or another. If it gets close to 7 and we're in the position, I'm probably going to close out in profit. But you know, I'll try to keep you guys as updated as possible as we take this on, because it's I mean, it's going to be a quick move. Like, there's not really going to be much for us to really think about when we take this. So, I mean, it looks good so far. It's pretty bullish. We got about 2 minutes left for market to open. Not market, the New York Stock Exchange to open. So, all right, we'll see where it goes. Let's see, we got 2 minutes left. We got about, yeah, we got 1:37. We got 1:30 left. Still looks bullish to me. All right, so there's different confluences like I was meaning. Oh, okay, sorry, no. So Goldie said, sorry, I meant the US 30 stock. You said we're up 0.40%. Is the benchmark. You determine whether we're bullish or not. Somewhat, Goldie, because you can see right here, see how this green candle is right here? This green candle was like this at 40%, so, or 0.40%. So if it's above 0.40%, it's going to be bullish because it's going to keep pushing up higher, right? So that's going to be somewhat the benchmark for to determine on open, not necessarily overall, but for, you know, the opening right here, because you can see right here where the price is. It's currently at 0.38. So 0.38, it's somewhat bullish, but we need to keep going above. We don't want it to be below this red here. So not necessarily that number is going to be important, but it's more so going to be just how it moves. So it's bullish right here, bullish right there. Here's a 1 minute. All right, here we go. Market's about to open in about 20 seconds. So I got my MetaTrader ready over here. All right, let's get it. It looks pretty bullish to me. So I'll have like a minute to think what I'm going to do from here. So we'll see how it looks like on market open. It's pretty bullish to me, it looks like. So we'll see where it goes. But there goes that swing back down, right? Let's see. All right, it's starting to shoot up. Let's refresh this. All right, very bullish for the day. All right, so I need this to close. Damn, this shit's pushing up heavy right now. I need this to keep pushing up higher, and I need it to close before we enter this trade. This is going to be a really risky trade, guys, because it's already a big bullish move. So if you guys want to take it, I would suggest using a smaller than usual lot size, because it is pushing up really, really high. See, if it has a big wick right here, I might want to wait for the next one, because it's it might be a little too risky to enter this trade. So we got about 15 minutes, huge wick on the top. I don't know if I would enter it right away. I'd probably hold off for a bit. I mean, it's very bullish right here. So we have a bullish bias, obviously. I'm going to wait for it to move a little bit before I enter this trade. Let me see if I'm going to enter right now. Not yet. All right, I'm in the trade already. So here we are with this buy right here. Benchmark for 25 is going to be right here. If you guys know what we're doing, feel free to enter. If not, you should be a little careful. So if price goes up to this 250 mark and comes back down, then I'm obviously going to manually close it. But we'll have to see where it goes from here, because it is kind of risky at this point. All right, keep watching it from here. See where it goes. It's pretty bullish to me. Pretty bullish. The only thing that's really carrying it down is Walt Disney right now. Walt Disney's the only one. It's negative 6 points. Everything else is pretty green to me. So I think it's going to continue pushing up. But like I mentioned before, guys, you guys got to be careful with your position today. It is Friday. It's going to be a risky day to trade. So if you want to trade this, either take small lot size or take profit a little earlier. So we'll see where it goes from here. There he goes as it pushes up. Let's get back to that real quick. Index. I might need to get a separate screen just for the index to have up at all times so I can see where it's moving. Yeah, I might pull back a little bit, but I mean, obviously it looks like it's going to keep pushing up. Yeah, the only thing red right now is is Disney, and then we have also Travelers that it's starting to pull down a little bit, but Disney is starting to. I mean, Disney is the only thing that's really pulling it down. So I think overall it's gonna swing back up. It's just it's a matter of time before that happens. So like I mentioned, we don't have a stop loss here. I don't put a stop loss up. I use a mental stop loss because technically my real breaking point is going to be down here. This is going to be really where I'll close out. But I keep a mental stop because the thing is it's all bullish here, right? So if you look at the index over here, it's all green. So if it's all green right here, then I anticipate it to continue pushing back up. It's just going to come down and it's probably going to come back up. So I don't necessarily have an actual stop loss. I just have a mental stop loss. So I'm going to keep watching as it comes back down. If it drops too low, then I'll probably close it out and I'll maybe re-enter later. So I'm still watching it right here. Yeah, this thing's starting to come down pretty heavy. So I still have mine open right now as it's spiking around. Let's see where it goes from here. I still have it open right now. I didn't close it. Just keep that in mind. Let's see, I'm still watching it. Let's see. That's a big drop. I don't know what caused it to drop because the index is all green. I think it's going to swing back up, but that's why I don't have it closed yet. I'm still watching it. I just have like I mentioned, I have a mental stop loss. So I'm watching it as it bounces around. If it comes back down too heavy, then yeah, obviously I'm going to close it out. But the index is all green right now, so I think it's going to swing back up. Let's see. Still thinking about it. That's a big wick. I'm looking at it on the 1 minute too. To have another chart here on my right side. So that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm trying to figure out to see where it's going to go from here. If it's going to swing back up or if it's going to keep dropping. What a weird move today. All right, still holding it. All right, there he goes. It comes back up. Yeah, I just realized that those previous red candles were like huge red candles. Still holding on to mine right now. See, 6:35. We still got some time. But I have my clicker ready on it in case I do need to close it because I only manual enter and close. But we'll see. We got about how much time on this candle right here? Got about 40 seconds on this. So I think the direction is going to be set probably within the next 4 minutes or so. Once this 10-minute candle's closed, it'll set the direction. Oh, we'll see where it goes from here. Still got mine open right now. This thing's so tricky today. Oh, let's see. Still holding on to it. See where this candle closes. All right, I'm out. So unfortunately, guys, I took a loss on this one. First loss of the week, first loss in the month, actually. So I don't know what happened with it. Let me check. It's probably gonna swing back up. Honestly, I don't want to keep holding it though. Yeah, it's so weird. So if you guys look here at the index, it's all green. So it's all green right here. The only thing that was pulling down was Disney. It was down 8 points. That's the only thing that was really pulling it down. Home Depot is down 1.26. Travelers is down 0.125, but everything else is green here. So I think it's going to swing back up. It's just, I pulled out because I don't want to keep risking it, but it's probably going to swing back up. Sometimes stuff like that happens, guys, where the market gets manipulated temporarily. But I wasn't going to risk holding it even longer, right? Because this is already almost 1,000 pips right there. See, there you go. Fucking bullshit. I mean, this happens, guys. It happens every so often where it'll drop down like that and it'll swing back up. I took the loss, so it's up to you guys if you guys want to hold on to it. I should have just held on to it, but it was just getting too risky at that point. Let's see. Yeah, I took a smaller lot size, so I did lose a couple thousand, but I did have a win yesterday for 1,000. So it did soften the blow, the blow a little bit. But yeah, here you go, swinging back up like we thought it would. I don't know what's going on with the market today. It's so weird that I was going to drop. Like I could see that why Disney. I could see why this over here would have carried it down, but I don't think it was enough to really carry down that far, right? So there you go. It's going to swing back up. So if you guys are still in it, I mean, you guys are back halfway, but if not, yeah, no, it is Friday, Nick. So unfortunately, this is why I normally don't trade on Fridays, but these past couple of weeks have been good. We haven't had any losses in the past 3 weeks now. So yeah, I mean, it's only negative. Let's see where the total is. Yeah, it's only negative 9 points. So the thing is, if you add all these points right here, like you can see Home Depot is only red right here and Disney is red, but everything else is green. If you add these up, Microsoft is up 0.5 or 5 points. Goldman Sachs is up 4 points. So that already covers the Disney loss right there. Salesforce is up 1 point. United Health is up. Everything else is up like, quite a bit of points. So if you add all these green points and you match them up against the red, there's no reason for it to really drop like that. So I think it's going to swing back up eventually. So maybe I'll enter some scalps to cover the loss. Obviously, you can see right here it's shooting back up. But it's just how the market moves. You can't really, it's no guarantee everything's going to hit smoothly. I mean, like yesterday was really smooth. So yesterday was an easy win straight to TP. This one right here pulled back quite a bit. So we're gonna count this as a loss. Obviously, I took the loss. So every time we take a loss, every time we take a win, we take them in that direction. So, I mean, we confirm that. So we'll see what goes on from here. You can see obviously it's shooting all the way up like a slingshot. I should have just held on to it, but it's all good. I'm tempted to re-enter right now. Yeah, I'm tempted to re-enter, but I'm not going to. I'll let you guys take that if you guys are still in it. We'll keep watching it to see where it goes from here. But looking at everything here, obviously the 10-minute was very bullish. This candle was obviously a very manipulated candle. You can see the big spike right here. This 10-minute candle right here let's see how much did it spike. It spiked about yeah, it spiked well over 1,000 pips, almost 1,200 pips right there. So obviously, a lot of huge market manipulation on open, but here you go, it shoots all the way back up. I mean, shit like that happens. It's unfortunate that I closed out. This happened to me the other Friday too. I don't know if you guys remember, like 2 Fridays ago, you guys held on to it. You guys locked into profit. I'm the only one that took a loss the other Friday because this happened where it came down and then it went right back to where we were anticipating it to go to, right? It's all good. We had a great week so far, so this didn't really affect my net profits for the week. Actually, I'm still pretty heavy in profit for from Sunday up until now, so it's all good. But other than that, let me see if I could find another. Let's check this real quick. Now I'm going to try to recover that. Let me see if I could. Let's see. All right, I actually re-entered the trade. So I'm going to see if I could cover that loss. So we'll see where it goes from here. Let's see what I think else over here. Damn, Stanley. It looks like no, I'm just joking, but I was gonna say, man, the bad luck came in. Because Stanley always jokes around and says that he thinks it's bad luck whenever he enters a trade. That we lose whenever he enters the trade. But no, I'm just messing with you, Stanley. Yeah, I re-enter the trades because I'm gonna try to cover the loss right now. The loss isn't that bad, so it's gonna log in like about close to 1,000. I should be good. Nice. There we go. As it pushes up. I'll push a little farther. Let's see. I'm tempted to just close it out here. All right, let me just yeah, I'm still watching. I re-enter the trade like somewhere on this middle area, guys. So I mean, I'm in profit already about 1,000. I'm thinking about just closing it out, possibly. Let's see. Now I'll let it push up a little more. The index is really green right here, so I mean, it's going to keep pushing. It's just it's just a matter of time. It's basically who can hang on to it as long as possible, right? So let's see. All right, so it looks good to me for the most part. Yeah, so it's about to hit TP. Once it hits TP, I'm just gonna close it out, and I'll show you guys what I made off that. Unfortunately, oh, there we go. Close out of it. All right, let me see. Gotta log into my account. So like I mentioned for that first trade, I took a smaller lot size. For the other one, I obviously took a way bigger lot size. Yeah, if you guys have profits, you guys want to send it over to me, I mean, feel free. I'll add it to the list. I'm logging into my account right here first to show you guys. I don't know why the numbers look all weird like that, but yeah, I'm gonna send it to the group real quick. Yeah, so this is a trade that we took right now. I took a small loss because I took a 1 lot right there, but then I took a 10 lot after my normal lot size to cover it, right? So I covered my loss right there. Pretty much I covered it and I made a profit off it. Obviously when manipulation like this happens, that's just how the market is sometimes. So the thing is, you have to understand when it's being manipulated or not, right? So this was when it's being manipulated. We knew it was being manipulated because the index right here was all green. It's like, why would it drop like that? It doesn't make any sense. And that's why I re-entered the trade, and that's how I locked in this right here. I took a loss, but then I took a win. So this is this is how you're supposed to do it if you understand how the market's moving. So it's about to hit full TP, like I mentioned. It just had that small little spike down, unfortunately. But it came back up, right? It came back up just like we thought. And you guys could have made some profit if you guys held on to it. So let me see if anyone else here, let me see. Off the nip. Open, but made it all back. So there we go. All right, cool. So yeah, there's what I made right there. Nick made 1,000 for today. Nice, Nick. So Nick held on to it. So as you guys can see, some people held on to their trade. Nick held on to it. He made 540 off this. So he held on to it, did pretty good off that. Everyone else over here. Let's see, Mark over here, he made about 1,000 too. It's nice work, Mark. Tariq over here made about 263 for the day. So a lot of you guys held on to it. Like I mentioned, some of you guys did hold on to it. The same BS happened to me last time where I ended up closing it too early, which I did right here. I ended up taking that loss, but I made it all back, so it doesn't really matter to me too much. Let's see, Patricia over here, she locked in 2,869 for the day. So a lot of you guys still held on to it and did pretty good over here. So yeah, everyone did pretty good for the most part. Let's see. Yeah, Patricia is done for the day. She made 2,800 right there. Dimitri over here, nice, dude, all straight wins. He made 285 for the day. Let's see what else we did over here. Josh over here, he has about 4,036 for the day. Nice work, Josh. Demetria said, oh my God, I took the first trade at the end and re-entered, retraced. I was negative 1,200 drawdown, LOL. But I was like, oh my God, entire week was just a waste, but just hold on. So he held on to it and locked more profit there. See, everyone here did pretty good. Whoever listed and held on to the trade, I didn't even listen to my own my own advice. I should have just held on to it. Cheryl over here locked in a couple thousand right here as well. So she took she made 673 off that one, or 1,000 actually off that one trade. Again, on her other account, she made another 1,000 over here. So yeah, everyone did pretty good for the most part. See Zach over here. Zach, he took the loss initially, but he caught back in, like I mentioned, with bigger lot size. He made 537 off this. So everyone pretty much held for the most part. Sisuk held as well. He's up 6,198 for the day. So all you guys here are pretty positive. Like even Rick over here. Rick's up 4,381. Wow, Rick. Congrats, bro. Congrats to everybody here who held on and, listen to what I was saying. I told you guys the market is being a manipulator, right? And that it was going to come back up. It did exactly what we thought. Over here, Jeff too. Jeff, damn, he took the first red day this week. New rule, never trade Asia. Yeah, Asia session is kind of messy on there. Stanley, are you Stanley's confused, bro. Stanley, it shows a loss right there. Stanley, do you see it? There's a loss right there and there's a win right there. I'm not sure where you're confused at, Stanley. um, okay, everyone here, Eric locked in. So everyone here locked in profit. Looks like I don't think anyone else closed out with me. Everyone held on to it. So everyone here as well. Eric locked in another 589. Let's see what else is over here. Oh shit, I hit the wrong button, that's why. Oh, I don't think the first trade took on my account. The first trade on the other account. Shit, let me check my FTMO real quick. Oh, I hit the wrong button. My bad, guys. So that first loss over that Stanley was mentioning. Didn't execute. Now what a trip, dude. I ended up taking the wrong freaking trade, and then but I still lost the wrong trade. So I took a sell instead, and then I closed it out when it was in profit, and then I took the other trade in the other way. What the hell? That's very confusing. Yeah, no, sorry, Stanley. I did take the trade, but I took the opposite one. So I guess I got lucky off that. Yeah, so I didn't take the first one, but Rick said that trade just saved my ass. Been taking huge losses. Yeah, I ended up taking the wrong trade earlier. But then because I don't think I had one click trading on. So what happened was when we took this trade over here, I tried to enter it and I thought I was in the trade. And then what happened was because I wasn't looking at the profits, I was looking at the chart. I ended up re-entering it for a sell, and then it came up, and that's when I ended the buy to for the re-entry. I mean, whatever, it's confusing. Whatever happened, I took a small loss and I took a bigger win. But yeah, Stanley, that was my mistake. I ended up taking the wrong trade. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I still had the first loss and then I had the win after, but everyone else did pretty good for the most part. Looks like, yeah, everyone held on. Larkin over here, damn, dude, 3,000. So everyone here did pretty solid. Let me check real quick. The profits for the day. Let's see which ones I missed. It's John's over here. Yeah, you guys did pretty good overall. Yeah, all of these over here. See, yeah, unfortunately, some people pulled out with me and it shot. Look how far it's going. It's still going way past the TP right there. Yeah, so West took a loss right here, but majority of people here did take wins. Marwan over here as well. Yeah, Marwan said that shit happened again last Friday. Held on to it. Should have taken 10 instead. Yeah, the same thing happened, I think, last Friday or the Friday before that. If you guys were in the live session, the first, the past couple of weeks with us on Fridays, this always happens where it gets manipulated and it drops to the bottom, but then it ends up shooting all the way up. Let me see. The last time that this happened was, let me see if I can find it here, because I do have my loss. It was like in April, I think. It was like April 20 something. So the same thing happened in April. See, it was like my only loss, like end of April, I think. Where's that loss? Elliot, there we go. So the same thing happened right here in April. So you guys can see we took the trade right there where it came down. I closed out, but I re-entered, right? So here on April 21st, the same exact thing happened. It came down. We took the buy. I took a loss, but then I caught it at the bottom and I made all the profit back and then some. Same situation. Maybe it's just a Friday thing that where this happens like this, where you should just not enter right away. But this has happened to us a couple times. So the last time it happened was April 21st, and then again, obviously today, where I had a loss and then it came back. Nice. Joel took a trade here too. Joel made about 838 off that trade and 109. So he made about 1,000 off that. Nice work, Joel. Joel said, first day back. Thanks, Sean. Definitely. Glad to see a lot of old members in K2 come back, and then they're like pretty heavy in profit just, with their first trade coming back. I mean, I can't say the same for everyone else, but everyone else here who just joined back did pretty good. So Rick said my only loss today was panicking with Sean. Yeah, exactly right, Rick. But I'm glad to see. So yeah, big congrats to Rick. If you guys know Rick, Rick's like one of the funniest guys here in the group. he hasn't had the best luck, but he made 4,000 off that trade. So Rick, I think you might have been back in profit, or you're making your account back with that one trade there. So nice work, Rick. I'm glad to see that you did get off that one. Other than that, let's see if there's any other entries here that we can possibly take. So obviously right here, we have a bullish bias, right? Reason for this bullish bias is because, man, I should have just took this trade right here too. This was a snipe entry. So right here, this is a snipe entry where we could have taken a long position. I know a lot of you guys want me to go over the strategies today. So I'll go over all of the scalping strategies with you guys today. And then we will, we'll see if I can answer any other questions for you. Yeah, there's news coming up in about 4 minutes. So I wouldn't trade right now. I would hold off. Thanks for reminding me, Nick. I didn't remember that until now. Nice, Brabus said, got the first win. Got first win first day. Definitely. Daryl said, I've got it going to 34,000 cycle. Okay, definitely. Yes, 34,000. Yeah, it's already up there actually. Almost. But we do have news coming up in about 3 minutes. So yeah, we got news coming up for this over here. So we got news coming in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, we'll check it out to see where it goes from there. But no, I'm glad to see everyone, like everyone else over here did pretty good, with their profits for the day. Myself included, I was kind of like bummed that I had like a small loss there, but I ended up, making it all back. So it's all good. Damn, you guys did pretty good. Wow, all you guys did pretty good. So I'm still looking at the profits here. You guys are still posting profits. So Camo over here, Camo is good for 1,243. So nice work, bro. Camo's up 1,243. Roland's up. Roland, what happened right there? Roland, you took a loss up there. So you had a bunch of wins here, but you had a loss up top right there. I don't know what happened with the big loss up there. I don't know if that was the same one we took this morning, or if oh, gotcha. Okay, no, that makes sense. So yeah, unfortunately, Roland over here, he actually pulled out with me. He took a loss, but then he recouped a lot of his losses there when he scalped it back up. So same situation here, guys. Market does this sometimes where it tricks you and it drops like how it did over here. Unfortunately, we got caught in that little spike down. Whoever held on to it, made all the profit back and then some. I made my profit back, thankfully. Roland, I mean, I'd rather have a negative 257 than a negative 2,000, right? So at least you recouped a lot of your profits there. So that's a good thing. But yeah, other than that, I think that's it for this opening entry right here. What I'm going to do now is, a lot of people have been asking me to go over these scalp strategies here. So I'll go over them one by one, and then we can move on to any other questions. So if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. I think at this point in time, I'm probably going to hold off on taking any other new trades. I'm just going to turn these on right here. So I'll turn on the signals right there, just to, if we get a signal, I'll pull it up and look at it. But I think at this point in time right now, specifically, I'm probably going to just, I'm going to go over these strategies here. So basically looking at, let's see. I said yes or today. Damn, this dude's up 26,000. So SC is up pretty heavy. He said, unfortunately, I have to close. Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to hold off. You have to close it for your specific account. SZ. So SZ's up 26,000 for today and 28,000. So he has two separate accounts. Or I don't know if these are the same accounts or if these are different, but SC's up pretty heavy. So I think I'm assuming you caught it from the bottom, right? So you caught it, yeah, you caught it away from the bottom, and then you held on to it. So nice work, bro. You're up. I think you're probably up the highest for today. Oh, that was yesterday's trade. Okay, so you held on to it. Nice. Stop loss and profit. No, perfect. That's perfect. You might as well just leave a runner and then close it before market open, right? I mean before market close. So it's pretty. There's big spikes going on right now for US 30. So market is kind of iffy, sort of. But let's see, Jeff. Nice. Jeff locked in 384 for the day. He just made his money back. So I think Jeff had the same issue as well. Or I don't know if yeah, it looks like he took the buy. He ended up closing it, but then he switched it back. He flipped it basically. So he recovered it. He recovered that loss, and then he made the profits back. Yeah, nice work, Jeff. Off that, yeah, nice work to everybody. SEO here, congrats to you too, bro. That's a big win right there. 28,000 for the day, or not for the day. I guess you held on to it long term, right? It's a one lot, so and you took a 5 lot off the other one, so you've been holding on to it for a bit. So great work amongst everyone over here. If you guys have any other profits you guys want to share, go ahead and post them in the group. Then I'll add them a little later. Javier said he made about 19 bucks off this. He didn't take a full lot size. He took a small lot size off that. Spencer over here, he locked in about 1,750. Aluku's asking, you go live, you do live every day. Yeah, I trade live every day, Monday through or Sunday through Friday, sometimes on Sunday. I think I'm gonna stop going live on Sunday though, because it's just too risky to trade during those times. So if you guys send me questions here on Telegram, I haven't gotten to them yet, but yeah, everyone else here is doing pretty good for the most part. So we do have a retracement right here. This is going to be after news, so we'll have to wait for that to play out. But I forgot who asked me. So I'm not sure who asked me yesterday, but a couple of people asked me to go over the scalping strategy. So I'll go over them today. I know I still need to make, an official video of it, but I'll go over it today. So actually, what I'll do is I'll save this. Let me see if I can record this stream, and then I'll just cut it out. All right, cool. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, is I'm going to go over the US 30 scalp strategies that we use. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to turn off all of the alerts here so that it doesn't pop up while we're going over the strategy. So I'm going to start off with the snipe strategy here. So for you guys here who are not familiar with the snipe strategy, basically the way that the strategy works is we identify rejections off the pivot, and then we catch the momentum as it swings back in that direction. So I'm going to put the requirements right here. This is going to be the K2 snipe strategy, US 30 10-minute time frame, and this can be used on any asset. I basically use this on the 10-minute for US 30, but people use it on everything else. So the first requirement is you want to confirm a wick rejection off K2 SR or K2 pivots, which can be any pivot. 2, you want to confirm a wick rejection off the K2 SR zone. 3, you want to confirm the wick rejection off the K2 pivots does not touch candle body. And then lastly, you want to confirm direction of momentum using K2 momentum indicator. And after that, you can enter on the open of following candle, fixed TP stop loss, 500 pips, depending on session. So I only use this during US session. Actually, I'm not gonna record it on here. I'm just gonna record it later because I know I did make a couple of mistakes there. So I'll re-record this, but I'll just show you guys how this, obviously how this strategy works for the new people here who are curious about it. So looking at this right here, first you want to confirm a wick rejection off the K2 pivot, right? So first you want to confirm that a wick is rejecting off the K2 pivot. So right here, obviously you can see this pivot right here below it. this wick right here rejects right off it, right? So that's requirement number one. Requirement number two, you want to confirm a wick rejection off the K2SR zone. So right here, we have a rejection off this zone. In order to get these zones, you're going to turn on the K2SR indicator, and then you're going to draw your zones, right over the zones right there. So with that said, that's going to be requirement number two. So requirement number three, you want to confirm the wick rejection off the K2 pivots does not touch the candle body. So right here, this pivot is way down here. The body's way up here, so it doesn't touch. That's going to be requirement number three. Lastly, you just want to confirm the direction of momentum using the K2 momentum indicator. So looking at this right here, we have a buy signal. So we're only looking for buys, right? With all that said, we enter a long position right here because we enter on the open of the falling candle. We use the fixed 500 pip stop loss, which is 50 ticks. We let that run from this point, and there you go, full TP, right? That's going to be the first strategy there on the 10 minutes. So this is going to be the 10-minute snipe strategy. This is our first scalping strategy that we use. We go from top to bottom, right? 10 minutes to 3 minutes to 1 minute. So if there's nothing here, then we go down to the 3 minute and we apply the 3 minute pivot strategy. So here's going to be the K2 3 minute pivot strategy. So first you want to confirm a valid K2 momentum signal. 2A, you want to confirm signal is above K2 pivots 3 and 4, or 2B, if that's not there, confirm signal is breaking and closing past K2 pivots 3 and 4, or 2B, confirm signal is above pivots for a buy or below for a sell. So that's pretty much it. After that, you can enter on the open of the following candle, and then fixed TP stop loss of 250, 500 pips, depending on session, right? Obviously, it's always going to depend on the session. These are all meant for a US session. So looking at this here, we're just going to rewind to this one right here. So looking at this over here, I'm just going to take off the extra pivots. All right, so looking at this right here, you want to confirm a valid K2 momentum signal, right? Right here, we have a buy signal. With that said, that's going to be requirement number one. Two, you want to confirm signal is breaking and closing past K2 pivots 3 and 4. It's not breaking past here, so we skip 2A, we go to 2B. For this, you want to confirm the signal is above for a buy or below for a sell, right? It's above right here for a buy, so we can enter this. So we enter right here. We set our TP stop loss to 25.50, which is 250 pips versus 500 pips. With that said, you let this trade run from that point. And there you go, full TP, right? That's going to be, this is going to be it for 2B. Let me see if I could find one for 2A where it's crossing. All right, let me just go over here real quick, see if I can find one over here. The 2A doesn't happen as often. It's usually, okay, we'll go over here. So here's the same thing again. We confirm a valid K2 momentum signal. Right here, we have a valid sell signal. For 2A, you want to confirm signal is breaking and closing past K2 pivots 3 and 4. So this candle right here was above here. It broke below these pivots, and now it's closing below it, right? That's going to be 2A. So with that said, we can enter on the open of the falling candle right here. We set it to 25 pips TP, 500 pips stop loss. You let that run, and there you go, full TP, right? I mean, you probably could have went for a farther TP, but this is just how the strategy is built. Reason why we can do a negative risk reward is because the strategy has such a high win rate. I don't necessarily enter just because of this is happening right here. What I do when I enter on the 3 minute is I use the 10 minute as a confluence, right? So if I'm taking a buy here on US 30, I'm only going to take a buy if there's a buy bias here on the 10 minute. So that's why you guys see me go from the 10 minute to the 3 minute to the 1 minute, because I look for buys here on the 10 minute. If there's no buys here, then I go on the 3 minute for buys here. If there's no buys here on the 3 minute, then I go over here to the 1 minute, right? It's the same process over and over again. So same situation again right here for this 3 minute. The last one's going to be the 1 minute over here. So looking at the 1 minute over here, it's the same strategy. It's just on the 1 minute. And the TP stop loss is a little different. So instead of 250, it's 100 to 300. So looking at this right here, same exact situation. I'll just replay it to here again. So looking at this right here, you can see obviously we have a buy signal right here, right? So there's a valid buy right here. And then there is a, let me just take this off right here. Fernando's asking, why do you have pivot 1 and 2 visible if you only use 3 and 4? I took them off, Fernando. I'm not sure if you saw, I removed them earlier. So I know you're on the YouTube, so it's delayed on the YouTube. I'm not sure if you're like, I think your question just came late. But yeah, I did remove them off the 3 minute and then same off the 1 minute right here. The only reason we leave the 4 pivots up is because we were applying the breakout strategy prior to this. So that's why we had them all up. But yeah, you don't need them. I mean, the thing, you don't have to take off the other pivots, Fernando, right? Like you can leave them on. The thing is, for my demonstrational purposes here, I don't want to confuse you guys. That's why I took them off. But for me, I can leave them on because I already know when price is going to be, you know, above or below it. It's not that difficult to see when it's above or below it. You know, basically when price is below all of them or above all of them, that's going to indicate whether it's there. But you know, the reason I take them off is just so that you guys can see here, because it's not that difficult for me to notice it. So, you know, going back to the 1 minute over here, we have a valid buy signal right here. We don't have this candle breaking or closing above these pivots. So we skip 2A. For 2B, we confirm the signal is above for a buy here, right? So it's above it. So we take this for a long position right there. We set it 10 to 2300. So yeah, Fernando, you know, you don't have to take it off. It's the reason we take it off is just for a demonstrational, for you guys here to see it, because it's kind of hard for people to see sometimes. But I mean, it's really up to personal preference. So for the 1 minute here, it's the same strategy as the 3 minute. It's just done on the shorter time frame, right? Shorter time frame, so smaller TP, obviously. So if you took this trade here, you let it run. There you go, full TP for 100 pips right there. And that's how we use it, right? This is the hierarchy that we trade it. So we trade from the 10 minute. If there's nothing here, I go on the 3 minute. If there's nothing here, I go on the 1 minute, right? For example, here on the 3 minute or here on the 10 minute, there's no entry here available right now. So the next best thing is going to be the 3 minute, right? So we go down to the 3 minute. The reason why this is the next best thing is because the next signal over here is going to be a buy signal, right? Right here on the 10 minute, we have a bullish bias. The trend meter is green as well. Same here on the 3 minute. The trend meter isn't required, but it's a good confirmation to use to determine the trend, right? So we have the trend here for the pivots. We have the trend here for the trend meter. Also right here, now we're just looking for a buy signal. We need a buy signal. So price is probably going to bounce off this point. We get a buy signal, and then we can catch it on its way up, right? That's how we would take this trade on the 3 minute. Looking at the index over here, this is another confluence that I use. I look at the Dow index to see how strong the Dow is. If the Dow is all green right here, what do you think is going to happen with the US 30? It's just going to push up. So for a lot of you guys here who aren't familiar with the Dow is what the US 30 is based off, right? The US 30 is just the future. The Dow is like the actual stocks that are within that future. So if the stocks are going up, the future's got to go up, right? I mean, not necessarily like this morning, it was all green, but it still dropped. But you know, that's just market manipulation on open. So other than that, I think that's it for right now. I mean, I don't know if you guys have any other questions. If you guys have questions, go ahead and put them in the chat right now. Otherwise, I don't think we really have much to really look at today. It is Friday, so I'm not really looking to trade very much. You know, if a trade does come up here, possibly I'd want to take it. But, you know, like I said, today is just, it's really tricky. You don't want to get caught in market manipulation. Yeah, it was super negative here. Well, not super negative, but they were forecasting it to be 88.3. That was 82.8 for the prelim EOM consumer sentiment. So nice. So you guys did pretty good here. Looking at everyone's profits here, Owen as well, he locked in 1,474 right there. Yeah, Stephen, what's your question? I'll try to answer your question, Stephen. So Cheryl over here locked in about a couple thousand right there, about two or 3,000 off that one account. She has a second account over here. She locked in another 300. Yeah, she locked in about 1,000 off this account too. So she said, just my US 30 opening trade should have held. Yeah, I mean, if you held, it would have continued up even higher. It's pretty solid off that. So let's see. Steven said, when I entered again after you did, should I have used normal lot size Steven, you have to know how to do this stuff yourself. So if you guys are brand new here, Steven, he's an older member in K2, so we kind of talk to Steven, kind of funny. But I'm not down talking to Steven at all. But Steven, it's really up to you, bro. Like you're asking me a question, but that's a personal thing because the thing is, I already knew it was going to come up. That's why I doubled up my lot position, right? Or not even double. I increased it by like 10 lots. So I initially entered with a 1. I took a loss there. I took a 10 after that, and I won it. I made all the profits back. So, Steven, I mean, it's really up to you. Like, this is a question it's personal to you, right? Because you're asking if you should use a normal lot size or a smaller. For me, I would have just told you not to trade today. I think I did tell you not to trade today, Steven, but you still did. So, I mean, Steven, bro, I've been telling you all week. You got to listen to what I'm teaching you, but you don't listen to anything I say. I mean, we had the same talk on like Monday. If you guys want to go back and rewatch the live session from Monday or Tuesday, I told Steven the same thing. I said, bro, you need to listen to what I'm telling you if you want to pass. But the thing is, every time I tell Steven not to do something, he does it, right? Or if I say to buy, he sells. If I say to sell, he buys. So Steven, I don't, like I told you in the beginning, this was a risky trade, right? We already had this talk a bunch of times where I told you when it's risky, you shouldn't take it. But you still took it. So, I mean, I'm trying to help you out, Steven, but I think you should probably get help from Josh. Where you at, Josh? Yeah, it is risky, Luco. It's always risky on a Friday because Friday there's a lot of market manipulation. People leave the market for the weekend. On Friday, a lot of people are closing out the positions for the weekend, or some people, there's just like not a lot of volatility, right? Sometimes there's a lot, sometimes there isn't. Oh my gosh. Steven said you entered it, so that's why I entered it. Yeah, Steven, but I told you directly not to enter the trade, but you still took the trade. So Josh, maybe you can pick up on this right here. Let me see where Josh is at. Let's see. Josh. Yeah, no, Steven, future reference, even if I tell you not to enter trade, don't enter trade. Even if I take a trade, you still shouldn't enter it. I took it because, so here's the thing, Steven, I took the trade and I took it with a small lot size, right? Because I told you that it was going to be a risky trade. So, I mean, short answer to your question, Steven, is that you should just, you should listen to what, I mean, if you guys have been in K2 for a while, you guys are familiar with Steven already. But Steven, you got to listen, bro. That's the only way that you're going to get better, or that you're going to, pass your FTMO. I mean, I told you not even to open a new account. I told you to do demo, but what you do, you open a brand new 100K account, bro. Like, so I think you got to go back and just rewatch the video, Steven. Go back and rewatch all the live sessions for like the past, year or so, just to understand what we're doing. There's a reason why I increased the lot size for my position here. Reason I increased it was because I'll go back to like why we took that trade right there, right? The reason why we took the sell here on the 1 minute, if you guys are wondering. So the reason why we took the sell here was because when the market opened, the Dow was completely green, right? If the Dow is completely green, what do you think is going to happen with the US 30? It's going to keep pushing up. The reason why we also took it here is because on the 10 minute, it was bullish, right? So this is the opening candle right here. It was very bullish. So we're like, okay, it's going to continue to push up. The 3 minute here, it was also very bullish. So everything pointed towards a bullish move. The only thing is it dropped temporarily down before it shot all the way back up to where it was supposed to go, right? I mean, it happens in the market sometimes. It's unfortunate that it does happen, in the worst case scenario. But the reason why I increased the lot size for that is because I knew it was going to come back up. So just keep that in mind, guys. Markets it's not always going to be perfect, right? If you guys have seen our trades for this whole week, I mean, I haven't had any losses all week. So like this small loss wasn't even that bad because I took a trade last night on my other account, or no, on the so yesterday I took these trades here. I made this much profit, right? So even though we have like a couple losses here, it's not really it doesn't really affect me because we only have like one loss every month or whatnot for these scalps. So, it's all about proper risk management. And if you're going to trade on days like this on a Friday, you guys just have to know, when to take a full lot size, when not to. So Steven, going back to your question, it's going to be up to you, right? It's going to be up to your risk. Like if you can handle the risk, then yeah, increase the lot size. If not, then don't. The thing is, you don't know what you're doing, so you shouldn't increase your lot size. You should only increase it if you know what you're doing, and you already know what's going to happen. You have some sort of plan behind it. So other than that, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat now. Otherwise, I think we're going to call the session a little early today. It is Friday. I don't want to keep trading, like I mentioned. Actually, I'll hang on for a little bit. So this is going to be a possible buy scalp right here. If you guys want to, so we got a buy signal right there. So whoever took this trade, I didn't take it myself, but whoever took it would have hit TP already off this one right here. I'm saying, man, leave Steven alone. Yeah, no, Steven's cool. I mean, Steven's a friend here at K2. He's been in K2 for a while. It's just the thing is, Steven doesn't really follow directions properly. But yeah, no, you're cool, Steven. You know, the thing with you is just, it's like, bro, you have to listen. Like we're all trying to help you here, Steven, but the thing is you don't listen to anything that we tell you. So this 1 minute scalp right here, you guys can see it just happened. I didn't take the trade. Obviously I was here talking to you guys, but this would have been a 1 minute scalp right here. We had the buy signal, it crossed above the pivots. You would have entered that for 100 pips. That would have been a full TP right there if you took the 1 minute, but it happened a little too fast. So nice. So Kia over here, she's holding NASDAQ. She locked in 3,076. So nice work, Kia. Yeah, looks good. So that looks good right there. Yeah, so right here, that would have been a scalp right there. There's another scalp here off the 3 minute as well. I don't know if anyone wants to take it. It's going to close in about a minute. Yeah, so there's another scalp that's going to set up right here. Like I mentioned, I'm done trading for the day. It is Friday, so I'll just mark this up for you guys if you guys want to take it, but I'm not going to take it myself. It's just, you know, I already made my profit for the day. I'm not trying to risk anything else. Like I already made my, like I'd rather just, you know, close the week out with this profit than have to risk it. So I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to, I mean, I'll mark it up for you and you guys can see, but this is going to be another 3 minute entry right here. If it closes, we need this signal right here to close. If it doesn't close, there's no signal. So that's going to be the main thing here. We got about 30 seconds left. We got about 20 seconds left. All right, so 20 seconds left on this candle right here. But yeah, you know, like what Peter said here, Steven. Peter said, Steven, if we didn't care, we wouldn't try to help you. Yeah, no, definitely. We're definitely here to help you out, bro. It's not you know, we're literally here trying to just help you get on that next level. So no entry off this one right here. Let's see, Ed said first trades in LA. Nice. So Ed over here, looks like he took a loss off that buy there too, but then he ended up making it all back. So he took a small loss off the buy, but then he made all that profit back right after. He re-entered after same lot size. He didn't increase it. So like right here, Steven, you don't have to increase your lot size, right? Like Ed over here, he took the same lot size and he made it all back. So small loss there, but overall he's in profit, 1,152 for the day. Nice work, Ed. Nice. So nice work off that, dude. So yeah, all you guys did pretty good right here. So I'm looking at everyone's profits for the day. All you guys did overall pretty good. Ed's up 1,152. Kia's up 3,000 over here. Cheryl is up a couple thousand off that account, a couple thousand off this account. Owen's up 1,400. So just looking at everyone's profits here, looks like you guys did pretty solid overall. You know, a few people did take some losses with me, but majority of you guys did come back from it. I think there's only one person here that I think took a big loss. I think it was just it was, or actually not really a big loss. It's more so just small losses. Like Roland over here, he took a big loss initially, but he made it all back. So he made it all back, small loss, only $200. So I'd rather go with a $200 loss than a $2,000 loss, right? So possible entry off here off the 3-minute was candle's going to close in about 1:20. So once this closes right here, you guys can possibly take it for a buy. And then I think after this will probably be it for me, because I'm not trying to hang on to this session, because I already know once I see this win right here, I'm going to want to take some trades. You guys know me, I'm an impulsive trader. So it's an issue, because if I see some good entries, I'm going to try to enter it when I know I probably shouldn't. Man, that trade earlier, I was like, damn, if I could have closed it when it was up here, right? Because we entered like somewhere over here. So the thing is, if I just close out right there, I would have made some like heavy profit. I was already up like a couple thousand off that trade, but whatever, it shit happens. Honestly, it is Friday, so it was expected, but it's all good. We're gonna bounce back next week, anyways. Well, I mean, I'm already in profit, so I'm not really bouncing back. It's just I'm gonna avoid any more dumb trades. So it's about 25 seconds for this candle to close. Like I mentioned, the market's starting to move kind of funky right now. The Dow 30 is still pretty green. So looking at everything here, straight green right here. So obviously it's going to keep pushing up. It's just, we just don't know how far it's going to push up to. I need to confirm whether it's an all-time high as well. No, it's not an all-time high. It's so far from the all-time high. So it's got a lot of ways to go. So no entry off that, no buy signal. Yeah, other than that, let me see if there's any other questions here. Go to the chat real quick. But I just saw your message in the chat over here. Emmanuel said Steven is legendary. Flynn said Sean and Steven, the gift that keeps on giving. Eric said, is there a US 30 equivalent for London? Yeah, it's the DAX 30, Eric. So if you want to trade US, like similar to US 30 during London session, you can trade the DAX 30, or it's called DAX 30 or JER 30. Rocky's asking, my K2SR lines are everywhere. Lots of lines, any settings to fix it? So Rocky, when you turn on your K2SR, what I recommend doing is turning on this right here, show body levels, and then change this to 500. This will have the lines extend across the entire screen. Let me scroll up real quick. Brian said, for the trend meter, do you keep default settings for scalps? So for scalps, Brian, I use the trend meter on the same time frame. So if I'm on 3-minute, I leave it to just 3. So I just put them all to 3, because we just want to see what's going on short term. We don't care about the long-term move. Right here on the 10-minute, same situation. I leave it to 10. So if I'm scalping, I leave it to just that time frame. Let me scroll up real quick, see if I'm missing anything else over here. Yeah, it's a good thing Sean said to take a half lot. If I took a full, might have closed when Sean. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, smart decision there, Flynn. I try to make sure that you guys use proper risk every time on this. Hey Rab, how's it going? I just saw that you're on Christie's account. Peter said Sean is still drunk from last night. I'm looking at all the chats over here. I'm looking at all the messages over here in the chat. All right, let me scroll down to the bottom. Goldie said, is JER 30 the best index to trade during London? You can trade the DAX, JER 30 or UK 100, Goldie. So those are the two main ones during London session, because those are the main London indices or European indices. So I have a whole list over here, Goldie. There's a couple that you can trade. I think, yeah, the best one is probably going to be the DAX. That's my favorite. The DAX moves just like US 30, right? So see how it's bullish right here? Look at US 30. It's like a mirror image kind of. The DAX does move a lot smoother though. So the DAX would be one. UK 100 would also be another. There's also the French 40. I don't trade it, but I know other people do trade it. It's smooth here as well. So if you want to trade the France 40, you can trade that. If you want to trade the Spain 35, you can do this as well. So there's a lot of indexes in Europe. But during London, I think DAX 30 is probably the best one. Yeah, exactly. No, definitely. So you can probably mess with the DAX 30. I think you'll have fun with it. A lot of people do pretty well with the DAX 30. And these strategies work on all the indices, not just indices, but Forex, gold, Bitcoin, crypto. I mean, everything. The strategy is momentum based. So as long as there's momentum in the market, you guys can use these scalp strategies. Ed said it's so gloomy. Yeah, no, it's super gloomy. It's been gloomy this whole week. Ed, it should get hot later though. That's how it's been this entire week. It's kind of gloomy early in the morning, and then it gets warm later. But yeah, Ed, get in touch with me so we can. I'm down to meet up with you. I don't know if you're free this weekend. I'm probably busy this weekend though. So during the week, if you want to meet up, just let me know. So Ed's like one of our members here in K2. He's one of our older members. He's here visiting LA, so we're gonna hang out when we could get that all situated. So let's see. Michael's asking, good morning. How do I access live Zooms to catch the trades in real time? So Michael, if you guys want access to the Zooms to follow me real time, just go on the website right here, k2trades.com. If you want access to these indicators right here so that you can apply the strategy yourself, I already explained the strategy here. So literally, if you have these indicators, you can just do this yourself, right? It's a checklist. You confirm the wick rejection, confirm the SR zone, confirm everything, and then you can take the trade. If you want access to the indicators, just click on K2 strategy course right here. This is how you'll get access to the actual indicators and the strategies. If you just want access to the Zoom link, just click on K2 premium signals right here. This will give you access to the premium groups. That's where all these people here are talking, right? So all these profits here being sent are members in K2 premium. So basically everyone here, they have access to the Zoom so that you guys can follow me real time. And then, yeah, that's pretty much what you'll get from there. So other than that, let's see, Dave. Nice. Dave said, nailed the open and up 1,435 for the day. Didn't take the first candle though. So nice work, Dave. You did pretty good. Yeah. So looking at this right here, you're up pretty heavy. It looked like you had a lot of trades, but overall you took that big win right there for the buy. So nice work, Dave. I'm going to keep that up right there. But yeah, you're doing pretty good, Dave. I've seen your consistency. You're very on point. Last week you were up 1,000. This week you're up 1,000 again, right? More consistency there. So that's what I want for all you guys. Consistency with your profits, more wins, less losses, everything on point. So other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Jason, I just saw your message in the premium right there. Kenton over here. Let's see. Nice, bro. So you took wow, you're up 1,000 right there. So it looks like you took a 10 lot right there. It looks like you're practicing it, right? You took the buy off that. Let's see where
mine came up, my 3-minute signal. I've noticed that a few times.
Oh, let's see. Hey, Ken. I don't know. I think you're here on the live, right? So Ken, if it might be the asset that you're following, check the US 30 data you're using. So you might be using a different data set. We use, I think you're in the session because I could hear my thing in the background. We use currency.com. Might be using something else. So the signals come up. All right. So yeah, Ken right here, he was saying that sometimes his shows up at a different time. The reason for that's because he's probably using different broker data. Let me see what he's on here. 3-minute. So yeah, he got a buy signal, but we didn't get the buy signal. So I think he's probably using, I'm thinking Owanda. It's like one of the bigger ones that people use, or capital.com. Let's see. No, he's not using capital.com. Maybe Global Prime. No, he's not using Global Prime. You guys got to make sure that you're using the same one that we're all using here, because people use different ones, and you can see that they're kind of different, right? They're not always going to be the same. You just got to make sure you're using the proper one. So yeah, it looks like you're using Owanda. Let's give him a. Oh, there's Ken right there. So yeah, Ken. So when I type US 30 right here, Ken, I go to currency.com. See the first one right here? This is the one that I use. It looks like you're using Owanda because you had a buy signal there, but we don't have one here, right? So if you go to US 30 here for currency.com, there's no buy signal right there. So we use this one right here, currency.com. This is the most accurate that I found personally. So this is what we've been using. Nick said, got to make 3,554 by the 20th to pass my FTMO. You should be good, Nick. I wouldn't trade today though, Nick. I would probably just call it a day. When's the 20th? I think that's like Tuesday next week. Oh, you got a whole week left, Nick, so you're fine. I would stop trading today and I would just trade again on Monday. Because markets can be kind of funky here on Friday. That's why I don't really want to take any trades myself. So yeah, you should be good, Nick. So I think just go heavier lot size on Monday. I mean, you have to at that point. So Nick, for your 3,000, is that to get to break even or is that to pass? Because if it's to pass, then I would probably take it easy and then just use normal lot size and try to pass it normally. But if that's to make break even, then you can just go, oh, to pass. Okay, so I would just use normal lot size. I wouldn't go too heavy because I would rather have you get a free retake than to risk losing the challenge. Because the thing is, you've seen we've been winning every day, right? So like even if you don't pass this month, it's cool because you got next month to do it anyways, if you get a free retry. So other than that, yeah, so other than that, guys, I think that's it for this session. I don't really have anything else to cover. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put the questions in the chat. Let me Salorum's asking, good morning. Can you please how to add indicators again? Go to invite only scripts, and then you'll have all of the K2 indicator right here. So that's where you'll get access to the K2 indicators. In order to have access to the indicators and have access to these invite only scripts, you guys would have to have an active subscription to the K2 strategies. So if you want access to all these indicators here to apply the strategy on your own, just go on the website k2trades.com and click on K2 strategy course right here. So that's how you'll get access to it. But if you do have access, just click on indicators, invite only scripts, and that's where you could find the K2 indicators right here. Nick said, thank you for the advice, bro. Helps me clarify. I'm on the right train of thought. Yeah, exactly, Nick. So the thing is, I think your main priority would probably be keep trading until if you get close to like getting to break even, then just stop trading and then just hold off until get that free retry. You don't want to over risk it because I've seen a lot of people, bro. It's crazy. Like there's some people where they need like $10, right? So they go heavy lot size and they end up losing their challenge because they just got greedy because they wanted to just catch that $10 really quick, and then it ends up going complete opposite. So I would never recommend going YOLO on one trade just to lock in like the last $100. Just apply trades as they should be applied, and if you pass, then you pass. If you have to retry, that's fine, because next month could be even better than it was this month, because April was great for us, May was great for us. I'm pretty sure the rest of the year is going to be great for us as well. Zach said, first week it was awesome. I should double what I made. Going to study up this weekend. Appreciate it, Sean. Definitely, Zach. I'm glad to have you with us, bro. Other than that, let's see. Marwan said, Sean, what's the free retake on FTMO? How would you qualify for it? So you just have to close out the month in net positive. So say you're doing a 100K account, right? If you're like 100,001 penny, and then you don't fail the daily loss or the max loss, then you get a free retry. That's how you would get the free retry for FTMO. You just need to close out with a net positive, whether it be a penny, whether it be $1, whether it be $100. You just have to close out net positive, because FTMO does understand that some months are not going to be good months, right? Or you're going to make some mistakes like towards the end of the month. So that's how you would get the free retry. So I think that's it for now. I don't see any other questions here. If you guys have any other questions, Eric said I'm taking all my signals from Steve. Oh man. Yeah, no, Steven, you're cool, bro. You're cool. It's just you gotta listen, man. If I tell you not to take a trade, Steven, don't take a trade. Even if I'm taking a trade, I'm taking it because it's risky and I understand the risk. The thing with you is you don't understand risk. You just take anything that you see. And the thing is, you don't know how to, manage your risk properly. So if I tell you not to take a trade, Steven, then don't take a trade. But I think you should be fine. I think your account is still fine. So, next week it'll be better and we'll bounce back from it. So don't worry, Steven, you'll be good. Let's see. Ed said, Sean, let's say you're up 10,000 for the month. Will you increase lot size or stay consistent? I'll stay consistent. And I don't get greedy at all. You know, if you guys have seen all of my trades here, like if you guys look at all my trades here, I don't really increase my lot size. I always use like a 10 lot for my account here. I don't necessarily here I increased this because I knew it was going to go up. Like I knew this was going to shoot up. So I increased it because I managed my risk properly, right? I knew it was going to shoot up. I made 11,000 yesterday because I knew it was going to go up. So I was like, screw, I'm going to take the trade. So I took it and it played out like I thought, right? But other than that, if you look at all my trades here, I always use the same lot size. The only time I change it is on Fridays or on risky trading days. I'll go down to one lot just to be in the trade. So looking at this here, they're all 10s, right? It doesn't matter if I'm in profit 20,000, doesn't matter if I'm profit 30,000. I'm going to keep using the same lot size because I don't get greedy. You know, it's a discipline. It's just like I'm not going to go and risk my entire profits for the week just for one trade when I can just have consistent gains every single day. So that's what I stick with when I personally trade. Let's see. Emmanuel said, Sean, what times of the day do you trade? Do you just avoid news and that's how you do it? So I trade every morning from 6:30 to maybe about usually 6:30 to 10. But if there's news in the morning, so this whole week there was news all morning, right? There was news around after 8. So we got off, like we just took the opening trade and then I called it a day because there was a lot of news. If there's no news, like if this was clear, then I would trade until 10. But since there's news all day, there's no point in me trading because it's too risky. So normally I trade from 6:30 to 10 every morning US session. But when there's news, I only trade like 6:30 to 8, or I just take like the opening entry off it. You know, I don't trade all day. Well, sometimes I do. Like sometimes, like yesterday or a couple days ago, I traded during Asia session, right? Like over here, I locked in like 5,000, I think, during Asia session. It just depends on how the market's moving. But for the most part, my primary time of trading is going to be New York Stock Exchange time, the first half, which is going to be 6:30 when market opens up until 10, which is mid market. Austin's asking, does it matter what day of the month I start FTMO? No, you could start any day, Austin. When you start FTMO, you'll have 30 days from your start to pass the challenge. And then once you pass the challenge, you have 60 days to pass the verification. So you can pass, I mean, you can take it whenever. It's really up to you whenever you want to start it. But you know, timing is kind of key. Like just keep in mind, guys, that there's always one shitty week of the month where the market just sucks, right? There's always going to be one week. So just keep that in mind. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell when it happens, but, you know, if you're having a bad week, that's probably the bad week of the month. There's usually just one week out of every month where it's not good. I think we talked about this last week where the crappy month was like last month of April. And every week before that was great, right? And then the week after that was good too. So just, I mean, it's hard to time it, but if you want to just take it, I would just take it whenever, Austin. Like literally, I would just take it. Daryl's asking, anyone in here trying funding talent? There's actually a lot of people in the premium, Daryl. So if you go in the premium and ask, there's a good handful of people who are taking funding talent. Kyle's like one of the main. He's the admin here that does funding talent. He's doing really good with funding talent. I think C-Soup's doing it as well. I think all the admins are doing it except me. I just stick with FTMO because that's what I've been using, you know, for the past year. Because I was the one that introduced FTMO to everyone here. Like last year, May, I found out about it, and then everyone was scared to try it, right? Because everyone thought it was a scam. I ended up doing it, and it worked. So that's why everyone does FTMO now. Let's see. Zach's asking Josh, the Jura 30 is a go, right, for scalping? Yeah, it should be, Zach. I mean, I would go back and test it to. So like I can even look at it for you here. So looking at it right here, it looks pretty solid, Zach. So like looking at this right here, I just don't know what the TP stop loss would be, but looking at this here, full TP off that for that buy. Again, right here, full TP off that right there for that buy. Again, right here, full TP off that for that buy. So it looks like it works to me, Zach. I mean, I don't know. You can go back test it yourself to figure it out. But I mean, it looks pretty solid to me for the most part. And this is during London session. So London open right here at midnight, my time. So this is London open. All the trades from London open right here hit full TP. Zach, if you're looking over here. Austin's asking how many admins are there? I don't know, like 6 or 7 probably, or 8, because we have different groups here too. I mean, the other admins aren't really in the group, like they don't trade with us live, but there's other admins here too. But the people who trade live with us every day and the people who actually, help with the K2 development, like developing the strategies and stuff like that, there's probably about like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's about like 4 or 5 of us that work every day together. There's probably like 8 total that manage like the other K2 groups, but for us here who actually trade these scalps every day, there's a couple of us here, like 5. Austin said, how long do you think I need to learn your system? Could I learn it over the weekend? I mean, did you see my breakdown right here, Austin? Like the strategies are very simple. I mean, as long as you can follow directions and you're not stubborn. The problem with a lot of people is they're stubborn, right? They learn how to trade somewhere else. Like they learn how to trade price action and they're like, oh, that's the only way to trade. The thing is, if you're not stubborn and you have an open mind, you can learn the strategy within like a few minutes. Look at these requirements here, right? It's a checklist. Like literally you check for a wick rejection off the pivots. If you can just follow directions and you're like, oh, okay, I want to look for a wick rejection off the pivots. There's a wick rejection, right? It's not that difficult. Wick rejection off the K2SR zone. There's a rejection off the zone right there. Rejection off the pivot doesn't touch the candle body. It's a checklist. 1, 2, 3, momentum signal. It's a buy signal, right? So with all that said, if you can check off all those right there and just follow directions, there you go, full TP, right? It's not that difficult. It's really simple. I've simplified it where anyone can learn. The main problem is like a lot of people come to K2 from different groups and they think that they know everything, right? So if you can come in with an open mind and actually follow the directions, you can pick it up pretty quickly. You can take these trades right away, and then look at this right here. It's so simple. Look at the momentum signal, right? There's no guesswork there. You have a buy signal there. That's number 1. For 2, you want to confirm that it's breaking and closing. It's not breaking and closing, so you skip that. You confirm that it's above for a buy. It's above for a buy right there. You take the buy, and you get a full TP, right? So you can literally, if you can I just showed you the strategy right there. If you can follow directions, you can learn this pretty quickly. But it's really up to everyone. Learns at different paces. Sometimes people, they don't grasp the concepts very quickly. They don't understand how everything works. But if you have basic knowledge of trading, you know how to follow directions, you can pick this up within a couple of minutes, couple hours, couple days, couple months. I mean, it's really up to you. However you learn. But you have to try it yourself, Austin. And then once you figure it out, you'll see how easy it is for you to pick it up, whether it's complicated or not. So looking at the 10-minute right here, there's another entry here for a buy actually. Wick rejection off the pivot, wick rejection off the structure. So looking at this right here, this looks like it could be a possible entry for a snipe. If we don't get that sell signal, we have to make sure that we don't have this momentum swing down right here. So I'll wait for this. This will probably be the last thing that I look at for the day. I don't have any other questions here, so I think we're done for the most part. Okay, I don't see any other questions here. Zach said, I learned scalping strategies in a weekend. Yeah, so Zach here said, I learned the scalping strategies in a weekend. Discipline and patience is all you need. Exactly, that's really what it is. Because we're all applying the same strategy here. So if you ever run into any issues, Austin, you can just pop in the group and be like, hey, does this look like a good entry? And then, other people in the group will answer your question, because everyone here applies the same thing. And we're not doing anything different. For a boxing or the 10. So let's see. Possible entry here off the 3-minute as well. So I'll hang around to follow this right here to see how this closes out. And then after that, I'll just call it a day. So we got about 20 seconds left on this candle off the 10-minute. We got about 8 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So there goes that one right there. So let's see. There goes that one right there. And then there's gonna be another one here off the 3, I think, if this closes 42 minutes. All right, 42 seconds, I mean. All right. So we got about, all right, we got about 18 seconds. This one's running in profit right there. This one right here needs to close with the buy signal in order for it to be valid. So no close right there yet. Yeah, so market has kind of died down a bit. So I think that's it for today, guys. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out on Telegram or through email if you want. This is possibly gonna be an entry here. Maybe we'll hang on for a little. It's gonna be like 2 minutes from now. So I'm probably gonna log off for now, guys. But yeah, I think that's it. The reason why I want to log off is because I'm already getting tempted to enter these trades right here, right? I don't want to re-enter this, or I mean, I might, who knows? When I get off this session, you guys will see if I enter or not, if I end up posting my profits in a little bit. So we got about 2 minutes left on this candle right here. I'm going to log off because I don't want to be tempted to enter this trade. I'm already tempted to enter it right now. So I think that's it for the day. But yeah, other than that, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Just a reminder, I do go live every day from Sunday to Friday. I don't know if I'm going to do Sundays as much anymore because the market's too slow, but Monday through Friday for sure. So other than that, I think that's it. If you guys haven't already, if you guys can like the stream on your way out, this will definitely help continue to grow the channel so we can help more people who need help with trading, or whoever wants to just copy my trades. And if you guys want to have access to the indicators, just go on the website, kctrades.com. But like I mentioned, you don't have to sign up for anything. You can just go on this YouTube live and then copy my trades if you like, from here. But yeah, I think other than that, I think that's it for today. And I'm going to hold off. I'm going to try my hardest not to enter this trade right here if it closes with the buy signal. But yeah, from that all, have a great weekend. I'll catch you guys here maybe Sunday. If not on Sunday, then I'll catch you guys here Monday morning. But if you guys want to talk to me, I will be available on the Telegram. So catch you guys later. Have a safe weekend.